I don't care what your badge says, you are not permitted past this gate. This is an HOA regulated area.
Ma'am, I'm with the Inspector General's office.
The metal clank woke me like a slap. Cold lake air slid under the door, mixing with the burnt smell of early coffee. Blue porch lights blinked down the street. I walked to the dock and found a bright new padlock hanging on our community gate, the chain bitten tight. My boat bobbed 6 feet away, useless. A wet gull screamed like it knew. On the post, a paper notice fluttered. Access suspended for 48 hours. The ink bled from dew. My neighbor Ed stood in slippers, arms crossed, scared to say a word. Behind him, Karen, the HOA president, strutted with a clipboard and a fresh set of keys dangling like trophies. It was May 3rd, 2024, a Friday before the holiday boat parade. She smirked. Rules are rules. Then she turned her back, and the lock clicked shut. HOA padlocked the dock gate for 48 hours. Too bad I am the Inspector General. That is the fight. Access, safety, and one person's tiny crown. I breathed steam and kept my voice low. People fish here at dawn, I said. The fireboat needs this gate clear. She waved a copy of bylaws and said the dock was closed for a private event. Not a whisper to us before. Not an email. She wrote my address on a list like a score. I felt the dock sway under my shoes and something in me set hard. She wanted drama. I wanted daylight and law. I tried the polite route. I called the number on the notice, then the board line. Straight to voicemail. I sent 3 emails by 9:00 p.m. My phone buzzed with neighbors, whispering they didn't want trouble. The board posted a message saying any attempt to open the gate would be treated as trespass. At midnight, a security guard parked his truck, headlights slicing across the water. At 6 a.m., kids in life vests stared through the fence like it was a zoo. Karen walked by and said, "Enjoy the weekend off." The board ignored me in the group chat. I saved everything, and I told myself one line in the sand. I will use only proper channels. No bolt cutters. No shouting. Just receipts and a clock, so I went to work. I made a labeled list. Timeline item 1, April 5 at 4:27 a.m., false trespass call. Timeline item 2, April 20 at 2:10 p.m., lock order placed. Timeline item 3, May 3 at 6:05 a.m., unauthorized closure posted. I requested the permits file and the dock maintenance invoices. When the public records packet arrived, the file landed with 63 pages. I saw the juicy parts. No temporary closure permit. No emergency access plan. A line item for custom padlocks at 5 times retail. A security contract paid $2,000 for 2 nights without a vote. I lined up photos, emails, and call logs in a binder. I added a simple law note in bold. Patterns of false reports can be prosecuted. I called the fire marshal and the Marine Patrol, gave dates, times, and the packet number. I asked for a routine inspection of our little dock, on paper, calm and clean. Saturday morning, the parade day, I watched from the end of my driveway. Karen had a banner ready. Harbor Gala, members only. A speaker blasted pop songs over the smell of sunscreen and asphalt warming in the sun. Then the first cruiser rolled in. County Fire. Next, Marine Patrol. Lights off, but presence loud. 2 city code officers got out, windbreakers flapping, clipboards, cameras. Everyone turned. I stepped forward, not as a neighbor, but as what I am in daily life. I introduced myself, stated I had recused from decisions and only supplied the records. The officers walked the fence. They measured the gate width. They checked the lock against the fire code that requires emergency access at all times. The Marine Patrol captain asked for the key. Karen lifted the chain like a necklace and said it was a private dock. The officer looked at the parcel map and the grant notes I had flagged. Community easement, not private. A code officer peeled a bright orange notice and pressed it to the gate. Immediate removal required. Phones flew up. Ed whispered, "Oh man," under his breath and started filming. The guys from Lot 12 laughed when the chain thunked down. Someone narrated for a live stream. When the officers opened the gate, neighbors clapped because it felt like oxygen. The speaker fell silent. You could hear gulls and the quiet slosh of water. Then came the twist. The inspector read from the records packet. Funds spent without board vote. A locked gate during scheduled fire boat drills. He nodded to the fire marshal, who said it clear for the camera. This will be cited. The crowd loved that word. Cited. Comments poured into the HOA app thread. 314 in an hour. Memes of Karen with a cartoon crown. One kid yelled, "The dock is open. Let's fish." And that was the line that made me grin. By noon, the police liaison arrived, calm and crisp. He asked for the person who posted the trespass threats. Karen tried to blame the security guard. The liaison read her own text aloud and asked about the complaint count. 11 calls in 2 months, all from the same number, all false. He explained it in plain words for the neighbor who had never been in a hearing. Patterns of false reports can be prosecuted. The board treasurer looked sick. People backed away like the dock itself had turned into a stage. A council staffer took my binder and logged it into their system. The city gave the HOA 30 days to set a compliant emergency plan, refund the padlock overcharge, and hold a real vote. The Marine Patrol issued a fine. The fire marshal wrote a citation with a quiet, careful pen. The aftermath felt like exhaling after holding it for too long. On Monday, the board met in the clubhouse with the windows open. The chair stepped down. Karen lost her keys and her title that night, 6 votes to 1. The security contract was canceled. The treasurer posted an apology and a screenshot of the refund check for $5,000. The gate now swings on a panic latch with a red box labeled Fire Access. Peace returned in small ways. The dock is busy at dawn again. On May 10th at 7:15 a.m., Ed handed me a thermos of coffee and said, "You did it the right way." I just smiled and watched his grandson land a bluegill. No drama, no locks, only water, sunlight, and neighbors who now wave with their full hands, not just 2 fingers. Please follow for more HOA showdowns like this. Do you think she got what she deserves? Comment below.